stop what you're doing. Because today, I'm about to reveal the 5 assets that can make you rich. Not just rich in money, but rich in freedom, rich in options, and rich in time. You see, most people think getting wealthy means slaving away for 40+ years, climbing corporate ladders, hoping for a promotion. But the rich? They play a different game. They buy assets. Assets that grow in value. Assets that pay them whether they're working or not. Assets that work harder than they ever could. And in this video, I'm not just telling you what those assets are. I'm giving you real examples, stories, risks, and how you can start, even if you're starting small like I did. If you want to learn, you need to hear this, because the longer you wait, the more expensive it becomes to catch up. Hit that subscribe button if you're ready to think different, live free, and start building real wealth. Let's jump in. So, here are the 5 assets which will make you rich. Asset number 1 is real estate. It's also called the wealth multiplier. The rich love real estate, and for good reason. It's one of the most powerful wealth-building assets. This is the heavyweight champ of wealth building. Real estate isn't just an asset, it's a wealth-building machine, and the rich know it. Let me take you back to the moment I almost bailed on my first property. I was 29. Staring at this musty, beige-walled unit that looked like it had never heard of Wi-Fi or hope. I was sweating, not from the Queensland heat, but from the fear of making a $400,000 mistake. But I didn't pay that whole amount. I only put down $20,000. That's when I learned the game-changing secret of the wealthy: leverage. See, with real estate, you don't need to be rich to get started. You just need to control the asset. And the bank, yep, the same one that laughs at your savings account, will give you money to do it. Because the house is the collateral. Let me show you. You buy a $400,000 property. You only put in $20,000 of your own cash. If the property grows just 10%, that's $40,000 profit. On a $20K investment, you just doubled your money without winning the lottery or starting a business. That's leverage. You can refinance that gain, pull out equity, and use it to buy your next place. Then the next. Before you know it, you've built a portfolio while other people are still arguing over Netflix versus Disney+. Now you might be thinking, okay, but is this just for broke guys on social media trying to sound smart? No, this is how celebrities play the game too, quietly. Let's talk Kylie Jenner. You know her from makeup, Instagram, and that billionaire title. Well, close enough. But behind the glam, she's building a serious real estate empire. Multiple homes across California, each worth millions. Not just to live in, but to flip, rent, and grow her net worth silently while the tabloids chase other stories. And then there's Ellen DeGeneres. You probably think of her as a talk show host or comedian. But real estate, that's her side hustle and her superpower. She's bought and sold dozens of luxury homes, makes millions flipping mansions. In fact, in one deal alone, she flipped a home for over $15 million in profit. That's more than most people make in their entire life, on one property. You think it's all glitz? Nah, it's strategy. But let's be real, it's not all sunshine and marble countertops. Here's the risk. Leverage means if property prices fall, you could owe more than it's worth. Vacant property, you're paying the mortgage yourself. And yes, if you've got a tenant who thinks rent is optional, that's your problem to solve. Ask me about my 2 a.m. flood story sometime. But if you're smart, if you run the numbers, real estate can change your life. My advice, start small. Think of a duplex, live in one side, rent the other. Let the tenant help pay your mortgage while you build equity. Because at the end of the day, owning property gives you leverage, not just financially, but emotionally. It makes you feel grounded, confident, like you're not just watching the game, you're in it. Asset number 2 is build a business. It's the asset that frees you from the 9-to-5 trap. The next go-to asset for the wealthy is business ownership. The rich build companies, then cash in by selling a slice, a percentage share of the company, often for millions, while keeping their time free and income flowing. It's how they turn hustle into hands-off wealth. Let me take you back. Assume for a moment that you're 30 years old. You're tired of punching in. Tired of working weekends for a manager who forgets your name. Your bank account is stuck, your potential untouched. And deep down you wonder, is this it? Is this really it? That's when you realize the wealthy don't just work, they own businesses. They own systems that pay them 24/7, whether they show up or not. This isn't a side hustle. This is asset number 2 in your millionaire playbook. You want leverage? A business gives you leverage over time, money, and people. Instead of trading hours for dollars, you build a machine that prints dollars without your hours. Let me show you what this looks like with a few examples. Example 1. Jeff Bezos. Before Amazon took over the world, Jeff was packing boxes in a garage. He didn't build wealth from a high salary, he built it from owning the system. Today, Amazon prints $500,000 plus every minute. Yeah, every minute. That's not hard work. That's business systems at scale. Example 2. Rihanna. She didn't become a billionaire from music. She became a billionaire from her brand, Fenty Beauty, a business that scaled globally with smart marketing, killer product, and a powerful mission. Music gave her fame, business gave her freedom. Example 3. Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink. Each one a business. Elon's time is the same as yours, 24 hours a day. The difference? His businesses are working even when he sleeps. That's leverage. That's the power of asset number 2. So, what kind of business can you start? Let's break this down in a real practical way. Option 1 is service business. You have a skill. Someone needs that skill. Graphic design, social media marketing, tutoring, photography, copywriting. You start solo, charge by the hour, then hire help, build a team, double your time. Option 2 is a product-based business. This is physical or digital products, such as handmade goods, apparel brands, eco-friendly items, drop shipping, Amazon FBA, print on demand. You start small, launch an MVP, get feedback. Scale with ads and automation. Option 3 is digital business, low cost, high profit. Here are some examples of a digital business which can be started. Online courses, coaching programs, memberships, YouTube, podcasting, or newsletters with monetization. You create it once. It pays you over and over. Why business is a God-tier asset. Here's what makes business so powerful. You can start it with almost no money. You control it. No boss, no corporate politics. You build cash flow that lets you buy other assets. You can eventually sell it for 6, 7, or 8 figures. That's millions of dollars. Haha. Let me say that again. You can sell it. Build something worth $100K, $500K, even $10 million. And exit. That's generational wealth in a single transaction. My story, if you've ever felt small, listen up. I didn't grow up with money, but I remember the exact moment I realized I could sell value instead of time. First, I offered a skill I had. Then I got one client, then another. Soon I needed help. So I brought someone in. I went from being broke and stressed to owning a cash-generating asset that worked while I slept. Was it easy? Hell no. But was it worth it? Every single second. If you are stuck, don't just look for more work. Build a business and create options. Let's also talk about risks. Let's be real. Business isn't magic. There are risks. You could lose money early on. Your first few ideas might flop. You'll doubt yourself constantly. Friends might not support you. You'll work harder than you've ever worked. But the reward? Freedom, wealth, pride, and a life that's 100% on your terms. Gotchas to watch out. For don't build 3 businesses at once. Start 1. Don't chase trends. Solve real problems. Don't quit your job until you've proven income. Don't ignore marketing. The best product still needs attention. Let's wrap this up. If you want to break free from the matrix, if you want to stop surviving and start building, this is your moment. Business is hard, but it's worth it. So whether you're flipping thrift finds, coaching online, or building a tech app from scratch, your business could be the thing that rewrites your story. Asset number 2 isn't just a side hustle. It's the gateway drug to freedom. Build one smart business, and you'll never have to beg for a raise again. Asset number 3 is stocks. It's also known as the fast lane to wealth. The rich invest in stocks. The rich play the stock game and win big. Many billionaires aren't sitting on piles of cash. Their wealth comes from the value of the stocks they hold on paper in the companies they helped build. Imagine this. You're scrolling through your phone, watching your friends post about their latest vacations, shiny new gadgets, or luxury dinners. You want in, but you're stuck wondering, how do people actually get rich? How do they turn small bucks into serious cash? The answer? Stocks. One of the most powerful wealth-building tools ever created. Why stocks? Stocks are pieces of ownership in companies, like owning a tiny slice of Apple, Amazon, or Tesla. When the company grows, so does the value of your slice. Plus, many stocks pay dividends, a little thank you check sent to you just for holding on. You might have heard stories of overnight millionaires in the stock market. But it's not magic or gambling. It's strategy. Let's meet two stars who made millions with stocks. Warren Buffett. The Oracle of Omaha is a nickname for Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world. Oracle refers to someone who is wise and offers valuable predictions or advice. Omaha is Buffett's hometown in Nebraska, USA, where he still lives and runs his company, Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett started investing as a teenager. His secret? Patience, discipline, and deep understanding of value. He famously said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway owns stakes in hundreds of companies, and over decades, his wealth grew exponentially, not by chasing trends, but by picking strong businesses and holding on. Let's look at another example. Oprah Winfrey, the queen of media and a savvy investor. Oprah invested smartly in stocks and companies she believed in. She understands money sitting idle is money lost. She has a substantial stock portfolio. Her stock investments in companies like Weight Watchers yielded substantial returns. As of 2025, Oprah's net worth is estimated at $3 billion. When you buy stocks, you're buying ownership in companies with billions of dollars and thousands of employees. Think of it like planting a tree. You plant a seed with your initial investment. You water it, add to your portfolio over time. It grows slowly, but steadily. Years later, you enjoy the shade, fruits, and sometimes the entire orchard. Let's not forget the power of compound growth. Here's the math that'll blow your mind. Start investing $200 monthly at age 30. By age 60, you could have over $250,000. But here's the catch. Stocks aren't a guaranteed ride. Stock prices go up and down violently. Market crashes happen. Remember 2008? Or the 2020 pandemic dip? Emotional roller coaster, fear and greed make you buy high and sell low, the exact opposite of winning. To avoid these mistakes, don't try to time the market. No one can predict the next crash or boom. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. Think ETFs or index funds that spread risk across hundreds of companies. Don't panic sell when the market dips. That's when patience pays off. Beware of flashy hot stock tips from social media or friends. Do your own homework. There are the modern micro-investing and apps. You don't need thousands of dollars to start. Apps like Robinhood, Stash, or Acorns let you start with just $5 or $10. Even Warren Buffett started small. My story: how stocks changed my game. When I first got serious about money, I was scared to invest in stocks. Too risky, I told myself. But then I learned to look beyond the daily noise and focus on long-term growth. I started small, $50 here, $100 there, and watched my money grow slowly but surely. It wasn't instant riches, but it was progress, real progress. Now, stocks form the backbone of my wealth, quietly building while I focus on other things. Final thoughts on asset number 3. Stocks aren't a sprint, they're a marathon. But if you can learn patience, ignore the noise, and invest smartly, stocks can be your ticket to serious financial freedom. Remember, every millionaire you've heard of built wealth with stocks, just with better discipline and a plan. If you're ready to stop watching from the sidelines and start owning your future, start learning about stocks today. And hey, if you want the best tips on building wealth with stocks, businesses, real estate, and more, subscribe to this channel. We're on this journey together. Next up, asset number 4. You won't want to miss it. Asset number 4 on the list is intellectual property. It's basically your creativity as a cash flow. The wealthy often invest in intellectual property, such as patents, copyrights, and trademarks, because it generates long-term passive income and builds lasting wealth. Let me ask you this. What if your ideas, your creativity, your unique skills could literally print money for you, even while you sleep? Sounds like a dream, right? But that's exactly what intellectual property, or IP, does for millions of people around the world. What is intellectual property? Think of IP as owning the rights to something original. A book, a song, a patent, a brand, or even a unique business process. If someone wants to use it, they pay you. You don't have to trade your time for money every single second. Instead, your creations become money-making machines. Why IP is a game changer. Unlike a regular job where your paycheck stops when you clock out, IP lets your money work for you. You build it once, and it pays you over and over. Let's meet 2 celebrities who mastered IP. J.K. Rowling, the queen of Harry Potter. She didn't just write books. She created a universe, movies, merchandise, theme parks. Her IP empire keeps bringing in billions of dollars decades after the first book. That's the magic of owning your creations. Then applying intellectual property rights over it, so that your ideas are both protected and earn you money in your sleep. Dr. Dre, from rapper to mogul. You know the Beats headphones? That was Dr. Dre's brainchild. He sold the brand to Apple for a cool $3 billion. He owned the rights, the brand, the sound, and that's what made him insanely wealthy beyond just his music career. How you can build wealth with IP. Maybe you're an artist, a writer, a coder, or an entrepreneur with a unique idea. Write an ebook or course. Create music, photography, or digital art. Develop a patented invention. Build a strong brand or trademark. The possibilities are endless. The risks and realities. Here's the truth. Building IP wealth is not a quick cash grab. It takes time and creativity to build something original. Sometimes your ideas won't catch fire. Rejection is part of the process. You'll need to protect your IP legally, which can be costly or complex if you don't know what you're doing. Piracy and theft are real threats. You have to be vigilant. Pro tip: don't do it alone. Build your network. Collaborate with lawyers, marketers, and other creatives. And don't be afraid to keep reinventing yourself. My personal take. When I started thinking about money, I realized that trading hours for dollars wasn't enough. So I began creating digital products, writing scripts, and sharing content that builds value over time. Sure, it took effort up front, but now those creations keep earning, even when I'm offline. It's like planting a seed that keeps growing fruit year after year. Why you should care. If you want to break free from the time equals sign money trap and create lasting wealth, IP is your secret weapon. You're not just selling a product, you're selling your mind, your brand, your legacy, and that's priceless. Final thoughts on asset number 4. Owning IP means you're no longer just a worker. You become a creator and a business owner. You turn ideas into assets. And those assets, they build real wealth. If you want to master this asset and build your empire, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Because on this channel, we break down how to build wealth smartly, creatively, and sustainably. Next, we're diving into asset number 5. And trust me, it's a game changer. Asset number 5 is cryptocurrencies and digital assets. This is the new frontier of wealth. We're diving into one of the most talked about, misunderstood, and potentially explosive asset classes, cryptocurrencies. Remember 2009 when Bitcoin was born? It was just a mysterious idea shared on an internet forum. Fast forward to today, Bitcoin's market cap reached hundreds of billions. Early buyers became millionaires. Think of it like the Wild West of finance. Chaos, risk, but also massive opportunity. Why does crypto matter? It's because cryptocurrencies represent a new financial system that's decentralized, open, and borderless. No banks, no middlemen. Elon Musk, the Winklevoss twins, and Vitalik Buterin all turned crypto into massive fortunes. What about the crypto billionaire CZ from China? In 2013, he sold his apartment in Shanghai to go all in on Bitcoin. And boom, he founded Binance in 2017. How you can build wealth here. Buy and hold by investing in established coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Own unique digital art or collectibles such as NFTs that can skyrocket in value. What about DeFi, decentralized finance? You can use crypto to earn interest or lend money. And don't forget those crypto startups. Invest early in projects with potential to grow into new industries. But beware, crypto is volatile, regulation is uncertain, scams and hacks are real dangers. Technology is complex. Here are some tips. Don't chase hype coins just because everyone's buying. Use secure wallets and never share your private keys. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And be prepared for emotional roller coasters. Why should this asset matter for you? If you want to be part of the financial future, ignoring crypto is like ignoring the internet in the 90s. But don't get reckless. Educate yourself, stay smart, and see it as a tool, just as one piece of your overall wealth puzzle. That's it. 5 powerful assets: real estate, business, stocks, intellectual property, and cryptocurrencies. That's a wrap on today's breakdown of 5 assets that can make you rich. Now, it's time for you to take action and start building your empire. And don't go anywhere, because in the next few days, I've got another exciting video coming your way that you won't want to miss. Which asset are you most excited about? Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading every comment. Stay hungry, stay smart, keep building your empire. Time for you to take action. Hit that subscribe button and make sure notifications are on. You don't want to miss the next step in your wealth building journey. Catch you soon, legends.